Coming up on Mountain News this morning, officials in Pike County are looking for an elderly man who went missing more than 2 weeks ago. And from black gold to oak, some groups set out to transform an old coal mine into a plentiful forest.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Friday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this April 11th, the time 5:30, and it's time to check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal this morning. Megan, I came prepared today. I have my rain boots on. I would show you, but I'm just really not that flexible.
You know, I never wear rain boots when it's raining. I probably should, but I do not own a pair, which makes it a little bit difficult to do that. Did bring my raincoat though, and most of you will need that as you're heading out today. But you won't need a winter coat, as here's the temperatures that you can expect. We'll mainly be sitting in the 40s, which isn't too bad. I mean, this time of year we normally look in the mid 40s, so we're a little bit warmer than you'd expect in the morning hours. However, we will continue to see those temperatures drop as we go into the late morning hours and then warm back up as we're heading into the afternoon with high temperatures in the 50s. Not too much of a change for some cities in terms of that temperature. However, we do see upper 50s as you tread closer to that Kentucky-Tennessee border. Here's what you need to know in terms of that rain, because a lot of places will be seeing the rain this morning. It's continuing to move through our region, giving some heavy rainfall chances for some cities and then clearing out by the time you're heading into the evening hours. Here's a look at the day planner for today. Looking at those rain chances in the morning, clearing out as you head into the evening. Could see that sun around the time that the sunset is setting, so hopefully it'll be a beautiful end to a Friday night. Amelia?
In Whitley County, a Corbin man was sentenced to 8 years in prison in a sexual abuse case. Jonathan Gray pleaded guilty to first-degree sexual abuse involving a victim under the age of 12 back in February. In addition to being sentenced, Gray must also register as a sex offender for 20 years. A case where a man was involved in a deadly hit and run will be presented to a grand jury in Laurel County. Tyler Taparick appeared in court for a preliminary hearing on Tuesday. Officials tell us they found probable cause during the hearing, and police say Taparick hit a moped in the rear on US 25. Thomas Williams died as a result. Taparick is charged with leaving the scene of an accident with a death. He's scheduled to return to court next Friday. In Knox County, police are asking for help finding a stolen van. If you take a look at your screen, you can see a picture of that van. Barberville police officers say it was stolen from East Barberville Baptist Church late Sunday night. If you have any information about the case, you're asked to contact the Barberville Police Department at 606-546-3441. The last of several men charged in a Madison County murder case was sentenced yesterday. Jacoby Chenault was sentenced to 15 years behind bars in connection with the deaths of Charles Walker and Censare Warford. The two people disappeared from their home in Richmond in 2010. Gregory Todd, the father of Warford, says 15 years is just not enough.
It's just hard knowing that, 15 years is not enough for anybody who takes somebody's life and puts them in takes two people's life, or is in charge of it.
Todd says while the legal proceedings concluded, the families impacted are never going to see the end because their loved ones are no longer here. Jonah Bevin, the adopted son of former Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin, filed a restraining order against his adoptive mother. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports Bevin filed the protective order against former First Lady Glenna Bevin on Monday. A judge upheld an EPO between Jonah and former Governor Matt Bevin last month. Jonah claimed the Bevins abused him. This new EPO asked Glenna Bevin to give Jonah's legal team documents about his adoption by next Monday. Voters in Tennessee could soon be asked to amend the state constitution. The change would give judges the power to deny bail to people charged with violent crimes. This includes second-degree murder, aggravated rape, and terrorism. The Senate already approved the amendment. It only needs to pass the House Finance Committee now and a full floor. If it passes in the chamber, it could land on a statewide ballot as early as next year. And we stay in Tennessee as we look at a bill headed to Tennessee Governor Bill Lee's desk aimed at preventing teen bullying. The bill would suspend a teen's license or even prevent them from getting a license for 1 year if they've engaged in bullying or cyberbullying. Governor Lee is expected to sign the bill. If he does, it will go into effect July 1st. One community is meeting next Thursday to discuss the future of a Letcher County school. The meeting will take place at Arley Boggs Elementary School at 6 o'clock. Community members will speak about the school possibly closing its doors ahead of the meeting. Some folks say they put together an online petition to keep the school open. When WYMT checked the petition overnight, it had more than 450 signatures. Nearly 2 weeks ago, a golden alert was issued for an 81-year-old man from Pike County. Philip Stiltner went missing on March 26. Officials say he was last seen wearing a button-up shirt and jeans around his home off Longfort Road in Kemper.
And we just ask if anyone has any information about his whereabouts or any information at all, no matter how small it seems, if you may have seen him at the store or wherever, just give us a call.
Officials say he is about 5'9" and 170 pounds and very loved by his community. And you may be asking, what exactly is a golden alert? A golden alert is issued for anyone who is 18 years or older or who has a mental or cognitive impairment. Specifically, if it is believed the person's health and safety is at risk. Search efforts for the missing person will last until the person is found or until all resources are exhausted. If you see a potential missing person, you should never approach them, but you should notify the police immediately. Folks will soon be able to apply for Kentucky's LIHEAP Spring Subsidy. Applications open on April 15th and can be submitted until May 30th. Help will be provided on a first-come, first-served basis. The subsidy provides a one-time electric benefit, which is paid directly to the household's electric vendor. People interested can contact their local community action agency. More information about what you need to apply is on our website, WYMT.com. National senators talked yesterday about whether the U.S. should continue to change the clock twice a year. During a hearing, committee members pointed to research suggesting the biannual ritual has a major impact on the economy and public health, leading to higher rates of heart attacks, strokes, and even car crashes. Witnesses advocated for ending the time change practice.
I suggest Congress establish a firm date, 2027, to permanently end the clock changing nationwide. States would then have ample time to decide if they want to remain in daylight time or opt out and pick standard time. They wouldn't have the option to continue the deadly twice-yearly switching.
Daylight saving time begins in March and ends in November. It was a cold and rainy start yesterday, but that did not keep volunteers away from Knott County. I spoke with more than 100 volunteers who made their way to a former mine site to plant trees. A former coal mine in Knott County is now the home of at least 7,000 white oak tree seedlings. The goal, to turn that wide open space into a luscious forest in the Appalachian Mountains.
Take these mine sites and reforest them into really healthy oak hickory forests that will be good for wildlife, good for people, and just overall restore the land.
Chris Garland with the Nature Conservancy tells me that the TNC did a global study to find the top ecosystems for biodiversity. He says that the Appalachian Mountains were actually in the top 4. That's along with the Amazon rainforest and the grasslands in Kenya, making the tree planting even more important.
Some of these people have never been to East Kentucky before in their lives, so it's great to see them get to witness it, and the beauty of what is actually here, and to get to do something that they realize, from talking to us how important it is and what a big help it is. And
for the past 4 years, the team has planted more than 700,000 trees.
We've made a commitment to plant as many trees as the barrels we use in making our whiskey.
Centauri Global Spirits is a premium spirits company and one of the organizers of the tree planting. Kim Murata with Centauri says it's a way to restore the natural habitat that so many people know and love.
Kentucky is our roots. Kentucky is our home. This community, this state is so important to us. So being here and making an impact makes a real difference to all of us.
Volunteers showing their dedication to the Appalachian Mountains, rain or shine. Centauri Global Spirits, Green Forest Work, and the Nature Conservancy of Kentucky were all involved in the tree planting and have been for the past 4 years. Family members say if you wanted something done, she could do it. Well-known Knott County leader Linda Gayhart died yesterday at Pikeville Medical Center. Gayhart was a social worker before moving into community development in 1999. She became coordinator of Leadership East Kentucky.
I had a pastor in the Methodist Church one day ask a group of us, where is heaven on earth to you? And one lady said, with my grandchildren. And at that time I didn't have grandchildren and I couldn't quite understand that. But now that I do, I have to agree with her.
Gayhart was an active member of Hindman Methodist Church and vice chair of the Knott County Community Foundation. Her visitation will be Saturday evening from 6 until 9 at the Hindman Funeral Services Chapel, and again from 1 until her funeral at 2 p.m. Sunday at Hindman Methodist Church. Linda Gayhart was 81. Still to come, the unsung heroes of action movies are getting their time in the spotlight with a new category on Hollywood's biggest stage.
And rain chances are tapering out today, and a pleasant weekend is on the way.